everyone. Welcome back to Learning.
And today we have a mission tailored specifically for you. We are conquering what is honestly the ultimate language boss fight.
Oh, yeah. It really is.
Right. To understand why this particular challenge is so intense, I want you to imagine, just for a second, that you're sitting in the cockpit of a commercial airplane.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
You are hurtling through the sky at like 500 miles an hour. And usually this is entirely fine because you have this massive dashboard right in front of you.
Right, all the dials and screens.
Exactly. You've got altitude meters, GPS, artificial horizons, radar, all these brilliant instruments telling you exactly what is going on, even if you can't see a single thing out the windshield.
Yeah, you're totally safe as long as you have the data.
But then someone sneaks up behind you, blindfolds you, and just smashes that entire dashboard with a hammer.
Oh, wow. That is a terrifying image.
Suddenly, you have absolutely zero instruments. You are flying completely blind, and that sheer, unadulterated panic you would feel in that cockpit, that is exactly what it feels like to make a phone call in a second language.
That is literally the perfect analogy. It
Yeah.
really is. I mean, because that panic is so real. Actually, speaking of panic, I have to share a disaster story from when I first started.
Oh, please do. I love a good disaster story.
So I had this massive leak in my apartment, right? Water everywhere. I had to call a plumber. And I was already sweating just dialing the number.
Oh, no. High stakes right out of the gate.
High stakes, exactly. And the guy answers, and he got this super thick accent, talking a million miles an hour over loud machinery. I understood maybe 10% of it.
So what did you do?
Well, I just panicked and kept saying, yes, yes, perfect. Just agreeing to whatever he was saying to make it stop.
Oh, I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah, so he didn't show up that day. Turns out, I had cheerfully agreed to schedule the repair for the following Tuesday. I had to live with buckets in my living room for 5 days because I was too scared to ask him to repeat himself.
Wow. That is exactly why we are doing this deep dive today. Whether you are dialing a doctor's clinic or calling a plumber, we are going to decode the English phone call.
Yeah, turn that terrifying hurdle into something you can actually handle.
Exactly. We have a foolproof script today. But first, before we get to the solutions, we have to look at why phone English is so uniquely punishing.
Right, we have to diagnose the problem first.
So there are 4 main challenges. The first one is what we just talked about with the airplane dashboard. The total lack of visual cues.
Yeah, you can't see them nodding or, looking confused.
Right. In person, you track eye contact, you read micro-expressions, you see if they're waiting for you to finish your thought. On the phone, all of that is stripped away.
Which just sends your cognitive load through the roof. Your brain is burning extra calories trying to guess what the other person is thinking.
Exactly. And while your brain is overloaded, you get hit with challenge number 2, audio quality.
Oh, the compressed audio. It's the worst.
It really is. Telephone lines and cellular networks aggressively compress audio data to transmit it quickly. And to do that, they actually strip out the highest and lowest sound frequencies.
Right. So the crucial consonants like the F sound or S or TH, they just get completely crushed. Words literally blur together.
50 and 15 end up sounding totally identical. It's a mathematical fact that accents are harder to understand on the phone. Then you have challenge number 3. Predictable structures.
Right. Phone calls are rigid. They aren't like free-flowing party conversations.
No, they have a very specific opening, middle, and closing, which can feel like a trap if you don't know the unwritten rules.
But once you know them, it's actually an advantage.
Exactly. And finally, challenge 4, which multiplies everything else, the high stakes.
Yeah, like my leaking pipe. You aren't calling just to chat. You're calling to cancel a stolen credit card or book a specialist.
Yeah.
The pressure is on.
And it's important to remember, native speakers dread this too. It's not just a language thing. It's a human threat response to high stakes without visual feedback.
Yeah, native speakers just have an automatic script they rely on.
Which is exactly what we're going to give you right now. Let's jump into our vocabulary power block. We are going to teach you 6 key phrases that will instantly give you that armor.
I'm so ready for this. Let's build that dashboard.
All right, phrase 1. You need to use this in the first 10 seconds of the call. You say, "Hello, this is your name calling from your company."
I love how direct that is. You aren't just saying hello and waiting awkwardly.
Wow.
You are taking immediate control of the space.
Yes, exactly. You state who you are confidently. Then you immediately follow it up with phrase 2. I'm calling to your reason. So I'm calling to make an appointment.
Oh, that's brilliant. It completely removes the guesswork for the person answering the phone. You're instantly giving them the context they need.
Right, you're lowering their cognitive load too. Now, phrase 3. Let's say you need a specific person. You say, could I speak to name, please?
Adding that please at the end is such a game changer. It softens the command and makes you sound so polished and professional.
It really does. Okay, now for phrase 4. This is your lifeline for the chaotic middle of the call when they speak too fast. You say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Yes. Or, could you speak a little more slowly, please? This is the exact phrase that would have saved my flooded apartment.
Exactly. It's an emergency brake. And using it doesn't make you look weak. It shows you care about getting the details right. Now, phrase 5. What if the person you need isn't there? You say, could I leave a message, please?
That is a great pivot. Instead of panicking and hanging up, you keep the momentum moving forward. You stay in control.
All right. And finally, phrase 6. For a smooth closing, don't just say, okay, bye. You want a warm sign-off? You say, thank you for your help. Goodbye. Or, I'll let you go now. Thank you.
I'll let you go now. I always found that phrase so interesting. It almost sounds like you're doing them a favor by hanging up.
It's all about respecting their time. You're signaling that you know they are busy and you don't want to hold them hostage on the phone.
It's just so polite. It's the ultimate linguistic social lubricant.
Okay, so we've got our 6 phrases. Now it's time to put them into action. We are going to do a full role play of a professional phone call, from opening to closing.
Sounds great. And listener, you should be paying close attention to how these phrases link together in real time.
Definitely. And actually, we are going to leave a little pause after the key phrases so you, the listener, can practice repeating them out loud right along with us.
Oh, I like that. Active practice. So I'll be the caller and you be the receptionist.
Perfect. Ring, ring, ring. Good morning, Riverside Health Clinic. How can I help you?
Hello, this is Ryan calling.
Pause for listener.
I'm calling to follow up on my test results.
Pause for listener.
Could I speak to Dr. Smith, please?
Pause for listener.
I'm sorry, he's currently with a patient. He's booked solid until about 3:45 today, or he might have a brief window tomorrow morning at 9:15.
Oh, perfect fast-talking receptionist impression.
Thank you. Let's hit that lifeline. I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please?
Pause for listener.
Of course. I said he is busy until 3:45 today, or 9:15 tomorrow.
I can't make those times. Could I leave a message, please?
Pause for listener.
Certainly. I'll let him know you called.
Thank you for your help. I'll let you go now. Goodbye.
Pause for listener.
And scene. That felt incredibly smooth.
Right. Having that structure just carries you through the interaction. You don't have to invent anything on the spot.
You're just playing the notes on a familiar scale. But, it's easy to forget those notes when the pressure's actually on.
Which brings us to our next segment. We need to talk about the 3 common mistakes that turn calls into absolute disasters. Because if you know the traps, you can avoid them.
Oh, man. I'm ready to get called out here. What's mistake number 1?
Mistake number 1 is the yes, yes survival tactic. This is exactly what you did with the plumber.
Yep. The blind agreement reflex. It's just so tempting when the other person is rattling off information and you don't want to look foolish.
It's a natural human reflex to mask confusion. You want to appease the busy receptionist. But the fallout is severe.
Yeah, you trade 3 seconds of awkwardness for a missed appointment or, a week of living with buckets.
Exactly. It's a false economy. So you cure the yes, yes reflex by using your lifeline, asking them to repeat. Okay, mistake number 2. The hello, and wait, pause.
Oh, I've been on the receiving end of this one. It's so uncomfortable.
Somebody answers the phone, and the caller just says, hello, and then goes totally silent.
Right, and it forces the receiver to do all the heavy lifting. Who is this? What do you want? It just creates instant friction.
It positions you as unconfident. You fix this by using phrases 1 and 2 right out of the gate. Boom. Hello, this is me. I'm calling to do this.
Take control. Don't wait for them to pull the information out of you.
Exactly. And now, the third mistake, which is arguably the root cause of the other 2. Unprepared panic.
Oh, dialing before you're actually ready. Just hitting send and praying.
Yes. Dialing the phone without writing down any notes, names, or key questions beforehand. You just hold the phone to your ear and hope for the best.
Which is a terrible strategy when your cognitive load is already maxed out from the bad audio and lack of visual cues.
Exactly. Your working memory simply doesn't have the bandwidth to juggle a complex inquiry, your account number, and translating a second language all at once. You are guaranteed to drop something.
So the fix is the pre-call strategy. You literally just write it down on a piece of paper before you dial.
Yes. Write down the name of the department. Write out your specific request in a full sentence. I even recommend writing down how to spell your own name phonetically.
Honestly, that is such a pro tip. When the adrenaline hits, I have absolutely forgotten how to spell my own name out loud.
Right. Preparation is a strategy, not a weakness. It acts like an external hard drive for your brain so you can focus entirely on executing the language.
That is so true. Okay, I feel like I have a solid grasp on the mechanics now.
Good, because it is quiz time. Let's see how much you retained. And listeners, see if you can answer these before our expert does. Are you ready?
Oh boy. Yes, lay it on me.
Question 1. You are on the phone, and the clinic receptionist is giving you insurance details at work speed. The audio is compressing. What is your absolute best phrase to use in this moment?
Okay, I am not going to say yes, yes. I am going to deploy my lifeline and say, I'm sorry, could you repeat that, please? Or could you speak a little more slowly, please?
Nailed it. A radio check is a sign of a confident communicator. Okay, question 2. We discussed the phrase, I'll let you go now. Why is this seemingly dismissive phrase actually considered highly polite in English telephone culture?
Because it's about face saving. It respects the other person's negative face, their desire not to be imposed upon. It frames the end of the call as a favor to them, acknowledging that their time is valuable.
Spot on. It's radical consideration disguised as a dismissal. Okay, final question. Question 3. What is the single most effective action you can take to prevent cognitive overload before the phone even rings?
That would be the pre-call fix to avoid unprepared panic. Grab a pen and paper and write down your name, your number, and your exact one-sentence purpose for calling before you ever hit dial.
Perfect score. You are officially ready to navigate the sightless environment of the English phone call.
I feel like I've got my dashboard back.
That is the goal. And that brings us to your homework for this week. We want you, the listener, to take this exact formula out into the real world.
Oh, real-world application. I love it.
You need to make one actual phone call in English. It could go to a local shop to ask about their hours, a clinic, a customer service line, anything.
Just do the pre-call fix first.
Yes, write down your notes, use the strong opening phrases, deploy that, repeat that lifeline if they speak too fast, and close with warmth. Remember, asking for repetition is a superpower, not a flaw.
It really is. A controlled test is the best way to prove the system works.
Exactly. And before we wrap up today's deep dive, I want to leave you with one final, broader concept to mull over.
Ooh, a provocative thought. Let's hear it.
We've spent this whole time analyzing how to survive the rigid, sightless environment of the telephone. But think about this. If mastering a phone call forces you to be hyper-clear, perfectly structured, and deeply intentional with every single word, could practicing phone English actually be the secret weapon to upgrading your overall fluency?
Oh, wow. Like resistance training for your everyday conversations.
Precisely. If you can successfully navigate the complexities of human communication in the dark, turning the lights back on only reveals how incredibly sharp your instincts have become.
If you can fly the plane blindfolded, flying on a clear day is just a breeze. That is an amazing way to look at it.
It really is. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a mission. Keep pushing your boundaries, keep experimenting with these structures, and we will catch you on the next one. Goodbye.